I think we're live. We're live, everyone. Yes, we are. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with the new stream, and that is right. We are live on this beautiful August 1st, 2024. Hope everyone's having a phenomenal day, night, afternoon.
Oh, here we go. Can you tell at Real Data to fix the stretched aspect ratio on his videos? It gives me a headache looking at it. Okay.
Well,
Hi, chat. Tyrone is
thank
here.
you. Thank you for that. Yeah, welcome to the stream, everyone. We are joined by Mr. Tyrone, as you could tell. Shirley?
Yeah.
Rap's
No,
late
I'm here.
again. How am I late? How? But
Anyway,
yeah,
we're streaming live from Crazy Woman Creek. No, I'm kidding.
gosh. Now, okay, there's a lot to get to. I want to be clear about one thing. I am not saying that the Trump campaign's gonna lose by a landslide. It's gonna be over for the Trump campaign. That's not the stream title. It's asking a question about, is a Trump campaign, bad? Because
The short answer is no. The long form answer is Susie Wiles is a disaster.
yes, I this is not me dooming. I just want to be clear that I want to do a stream discussing why the Trump campaign, what's going on with the Trump campaign, is it
We need to
working?
have we need to have an honest, serious, open discussion about why the Trump campaign is not working in certain elements, but
Yeah,
it's fucking crushing it in others.
yeah. Now, before we continue with today's video, or I should say today's stream, I hope you guys enjoy these type of streams. And you know what Tyrone usually says, smash the like button down below, subscribe, join the channel for just $1 a month. And if you have any questions, concerns, comments, or just want to support the channel even further, the best way is to send a super chat via the chat. Again, I'll try to read through as much chat as possible, but super chat's the best way to get your questions answered.
I
Also
won't be
support
reading
channel.
any super chats because I'm fucking driving right now.
Yeah,
Do not text or drive
okay. We do
or
got a
watch
super
YouTube or
chat.
drive.
We do got a super
Or
chat from a glitch Evie for 5. Can't make the stream today, but the dooming needs to stop. Oh yeah, I agree. Some people are just dooming for no reason, and I'll admit, behind scenes I do doom a little bit, but I do for like 2 minutes. I'm good. A glitch Evie has joined the channel. Thank you so much, good sir. All right, so I think we should talk about what happened in Chicago yesterday. I did a video on this yesterday, which people called me a doomer when I literally said that didn't change anything. But Tyrone, you know what happened in Chicago yesterday?
no, I don't actually. I was actually pretty busy yesterday. What happened?
Trump with you don't know about this? The Trump with the Chicago.
No, I don't. No,
And,
I genuinely don't. Please
okay,
inform me.
so he went to Chicago and effectively what happened was he basically said that Kamala Harris changes her race based on the crowd.
Oh, that's where that clip is from?
Yeah.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah, and I want to talk about this. Like, I think Trump is 100% right with what he said.
We're on a fucking state highway and you're going 65. The speed limit is 80. Fucking move!
But yeah, no, seriously though, the whole like Trump is now racist crap, it's like we've heard this 1,000 times, but when you read what Trump actually said, he's not wrong. Literally, for her entire
No,
career.
he's not wrong. No, they know he's right, which is why they're fucking dog whistling him as a fucking racist.
Again, yes, Kamala Harris is both Indian American and Jamaican, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's true, but the problem
Isn't it really funny how our only two black executives are the type of black that didn't even have slave ancestors in this country?
hell, Kamala Harris had slave owners in her history.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, the Democrat Party is the only party in the world that would do that. Like their first president that's black, it's a guy that's not even a descendant of slaves, and the other person, the first black vice president, she is not even a descendant of slaves either. Actually, a slave owner. It's just crazy. All right, Dilly Bod for 50. Hey, I like the video, but I have to disagree. The vibes are 2016 over again. I like the crap show. Let it ride and pop a bowl of popcorn. Either way, America is doomed. Well, I agree that, there are 2016 vibes here, but this is not me dooming. I just want to be honest with everyone about the campaign. I still think the Trump campaign, on some aspects,
All right, I'm like 5 minutes away from parking at my employer's location. Let's talk about what's actually happening.
Yeah, so, okay. I want to say the Trump campaign, in some aspects, has been phenomenal. The past, like...
The immigration messaging, the drug messaging, that one, like, They released a new ad this morning. Did you see it?
Yeah, they're releasing ads. Like, people make it sound like they're not doing anything. They're releasing ads like every 5 seconds. They are.
Yeah, no, the messaging on Harris being shit on economics, shit on the border, shit on immigration in general, shit on crime, perfect. What's not working is countering her from the left and trying to appeal to minorities when it was the white working class vote that got Trump elected in 2016. Now he's also admittedly, he's still playing to them with messaging on Medicare, but I think Susie Wiles and Chris LaCivita are allergic to messaging explicitly to white people. Harris isn't. White dudes for Trump, white dudes for Harris. Are you fucking serious? Come on, guys.
Yeah, can you imagine a Trump? But Trump, they would call him racist for doing that. It's like you gotta do stuff like that. You have to appeal to your main voter. Your bread and butter are the white working class voters in Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, and now you got Vance on the ticket. And Vance, I would say, is the only one actually trying to appeal to those voters at this point. And I think it's working. Listen, don't listen to these polls that have Vance's favorability at -20. They're the same polls that claim Kamala Harris is more popular than Barack Obama. Does anyone actually believe that?
No.
Exactly. So, I think Vance's messaging is working. I really do. I just think that right now we're in a weird period where the polling is just so shit. You can't get a good gauge on anything. There are a couple good pollsters. Like, I'm not trying to be biased. There are like 1 or 2 legitimately good pollsters that have released polls that showed a small Harris shift, but nothing. Not a 20-point shift.
Yeah, she needs a bigger shift because she's still in her honeymoon period. Like, the fact she's only getting a small shift in her honeymoon period, I don't know why y'all motherfuckers are doing about that. I don't know if we collectively have lost our attention span beyond the next poll, but when the honeymoon bump ends, Harris is going to poll worse than Biden. The VP is not going to have an effect.
Yeah, and people are making here's the thing though. Like, I think Larry Schweikert said this. He's right, by the way. We were all saying this 3 weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago, that Harris was going to get a bump for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Everyone was saying that. But now it's like, oh, actually the bump, it's actually a permanent bump. Wait, what? Why is it a permanent bump?
I don't know what idiot on Con ET fucking said that, but you should have your posting rights revoked, because shut the fuck up. Yeah, just shut the fuck up.
It's just like some of these people, again, I can understand, not liking the numbers. I get that. I'm not liking some of the numbers either, but then I gotta reel myself in thinking, oh, wait a minute. We were just saying a week ago that this is a temporary bump, and it still is. Hell, Red Eagle Politics has been one of the only people on Twitter consistently talking about the response bias. I have as well, but Red Eagle has done a great job explaining this. Yes, same thing.
Thank you, Rep, for that. Your buddy Tyrone
and Barris. The only two that actually consistently talk about that.
Pretty good about it too, yeah.
And people understand that that's what's happening here. You cannot tell me with a straight face that these polls shifted. The Democrat samples went up like 10 points in most of the polling. How do you explain that other than a response bias?
Look, Biden won the popular vote by 4 in 2020?
Yeah.
Yeah, he won it by fucking 4, and he just barely won the Electoral College when all the funny stuff is taken into account, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Harris losing the popular vote by 2? No. With the Barris poll, if she's losing the popular vote by 2.5 points.
I want to bring this up actually.
Yeah, no, bring the Harris poll, bring the Barris poll up in specific. I'm trying to remember. It was 2.14 or something.
It's not released yet. But I want to bring up RCP because I want to make a good point to some people.
Yeah, no, bring the RCP average up.
Right now, it is Trump +1, and that's with that garbage civics poll.
Guys, even with the fucking shit civics poll, with the shit morning consult polls,
Yeah.
If Trump is winning the popular vote by 1, he's not losing the electoral college. With how current party coalitions are dictated, you cannot win the popular vote and lose the electoral college as a Republican.
And people gotta understand that Kamala Harris is even weaker in the Rust Belt than Biden is. That's a fact. Like, seriously, do people actually believe this idea that she's gonna win over the white working class voter? Really? Do people actually believe that?
Biden had that specific appeal because he was the Obama guy, and people actually knew. Yeah, Scranton Joe, the Obama guy.
All right.
Harris doesn't fucking have that. Harris is known as one of the most liberal senators in American history.
All right.
No, sorry. She is the most.
Yeah, she is. She is literally the most liberal senator in U.S. history. That's not even a joke. All right, Nighthawk for 5. What polls are the legit ones that are worth paying attention to, in your opinion? Bloomberg is clearly not one of those. I would say, Rich Barris is one of them, obviously. New York Times, they've gotten way better. So I would say them. Harris X is usually pretty good. Harris Harvard, they've been way better this cycle. There's a couple other ones. They call other state ones, but those are like the main ones. I would ignore especially the media polls.
Yeah, media polls have never been reliable in any fucking capacity. Don't fucking believe any Fox or CNN polls. Was it Fox that had that poll that said Biden was winning rural voters by 4?
Yeah, lose the urban vote by 2 or something crazy like that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys, but if a poll says Democrats are winning the rural vote, they've lost all fucking credibility.
Yeah.
Again, you know what those fucking media polls are? They are literally just popular votes to whoever responds to them. There's no scientific fucking basis for them.
They want their own freaking their own little world. They think that's reality.
I mean, I don't think that's the case with Fox. What I think with the case with Fox is they're just putting out polls because they want to be seen as relevant this cycle.
Punch Bear for 5. Trump needs to say the suburbs will become slums when Harris wins. I agree. I just say it, Harris supports crap that's going to destroy the suburbs. Go ahead, say that.
Oh yeah, no, unironically, that fear mongering towards suburban white women, you don't win suburban white women by having a nice positive attitude. You win white women by fear mongering.
Basic gaslighting.
Yeah.
K-Cub for 5. He has been great at attacks on policy. Do you think they are going to try to race bait him into topics like this because they can't beat him on policy? They're going to try, but I think Trump's campaign, I think there's a secret genius on attacking Harris for her race. Or not necessarily a race, but for the politics she plays with it.
Flip-flopping.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I think that's what they're setting up. Okay, she flip-flops on a lot of stuff, but she even flip-flops on her race.
She flip-flops on her racial identity, which is the sacred cow of contemporary democratic politics.
Yeah. I think
What the fuck makes you think you can trust Harris on literally anything if you can't even trust her on what her race is? And at least Elizabeth Warren was consistent with trying to be Pocahontas.
Yeah. She was consistent. It's like Harris, her entire career, she was Indian. But now it's actually I'm African American.
Yeah, no, Elizabeth Warren was consistently 100 or 1028th Choctaw or some shit.
Yeah. Jacko Max for 5. Anyone complaining about numbers right now gotta go out and do their part. Donate, door knock, make calls, campaign like hell, even if we were up.
Oh yeah, no.
I agree.
If you don't like the current numbers, why don't you fucking go do some work yourself? Get off your lazy fucking asses and go actually fucking work to get those numbers up. Exactly. I'm sorry for the excessive cussing for once, but please actually fucking do something with your life. Stop viewing sports as stop viewing politics as a fucking spectator sport. It's a fucking life or death situation for the future of the country. If you're out here fucking dooming, then why don't you actually muster up your fucking motivation and determination to actually go fucking save this country? You know what? Donald J. Trump fucking took a bullet for you people, and you won't even go out and help him get the fucking vote. I don't want to hear you talk about shit if you are unable to go help. especially if you're in a fucking swing state or a big state we haven't maxed out, like Texas or Florida. He took a bullet for you. A 78-year-old man took a bullet for you after 9 years of nonstop media ridicule, losing his wealth, demonizing his whole fucking existence, and trying and successfully stealing an election from him.
Okay, yeah, so...
He took a bullet for you. The least you can fucking do is muster up the courage to go talk to people.
Yeah, I mean, this is
and go get doors knocked. Yeah. If you live in Pennsylvania, if you live in Michigan, if you live in Wisconsin, if you live in Ohio, if you live in Minnesota, New Jersey, New York, New Hampshire, Maine, Texas, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada,
you're cooking.
Go fucking volunteer and go fucking vote!
Bro, you actually cooked there. Holy crap. But you're right. I mean, these people, like, again, it's one thing to look at the data and say, ooh, this may not look good. But these people are just saying, it is officially over for Donald Trump. He's losing in a landslide. It's over. That's how these people react. That's what I'm sick of. Alex Maddox for 5. Just got back from Tampa. Saw quite a bit of Trump billboards around the area. Yeah, that's Trump country. So.
Das Leben gehört den Lebenden an und wer lebt, muss auf den Schild gefasst sein.
Thank you. Ben 6 for 2. The crowd cheered for Trump at the Chicago event. Exactly! You notice how they're not showing the videos? Because they were cheering for Trump.
Yeah. I'm sorry for losing my temper, guys, but it just genuinely fucking pisses me off. I did telecom work for Vance. I did telecom work for Hafines. I helped get a network going with Hafines online over Twitter. Like, you guys have no fucking excuse. You could do telecom work remotely.
Hell,
it's that fucking simple. If you have a phone and a crap top, or if you have 2 mobile devices, you could fucking do it.
Well, even then, it's like, even the basic things like making like content, you know, debunking a lot of this crap that Trump is a racist. He challenged Harris on her race and stuff. It's like, do the basic thing like that. You make it a meme. It goes a long way because you got to stop the Harris quote unquote momentum, and you do that by countering her cringe with good shit. So, K-Cup for 2. An eagle screeched of freedom after that Tyrone. It's true. Oh, breaking news. Barris released his poll. I think he just did. Did he? Yep. Barris has officially released his poll. All right. We're going to react to it live.
All right, hold up. All right. Lord Rhino thought Tyrone was going to say all 50 states. Well, yes, it doesn't fucking matter. The swing states in specific, yeah. But do it all 50 states. Give Trump the historic fucking landslide we haven't seen since W. Senior.
Okay, we got...
Oh, I'm over the yellow line. Fuck.
Okay. Well, we got Barris.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So Trump is leading in every single scenario by a point. Even with leaners, he's up by these exact same margin. And I'm going to look at the crosstabs. This is not good for Harris. It's really not. Because and he even said that there was a clear Democrat, there was a clear response bias. And let me pull the crosstabs if possible. Jacko Max for 2, you are right if you can't volunteer, make content. Yeah, anything. Try something. You can't just complain and call it a day. Like, no, try to do something.
If you can't do in-person work, you can fucking do telecom work. Yeah. It is literally that simple. You can get in contact with a campaign. They will take... I do not think people understand just how absolutely desperate campaigns are for young people to go and do fucking canvassing work for them or go do any kind of groundwork for them. And they will usually pay pretty well. Like entry-level shit, like here in Texas with those kinds of campaigns, they'll start at like $15 an hour usually. It's not a bad gig, especially if you're like high schooler or you're just kind of like a college student. You need a part-time gig. It's not that bad.
All right, let's see.
Like, I'm sorry, but like, I'm going to say what Vance said. He fucking enlisted with the Marines and went to Iraq for this country.
Yeah.
Donald Trump and J.D. Vance built fucking businesses for this country. Donald Trump took a fucking bullet for this country. The least you can fucking do is muster up some strength and will of character to go help them get some extra votes. Right. Every fucking vote counts.
All right, we got a couple of super chats. Matthew Schneider for 10. I would go ahead and volunteer. I live in the hellhole of Massachusetts. I'm surrounded by insane liberals, and I feel like I'm forced to hide my views to keep a business here. That is sad but true. I would just say, even donate. Even do like Tyrone was saying, like
I would say honestly, you're in Massachusetts. New Hampshire is not that far of a drive away. And they will take people who do cross state. I almost did in-person canvassing for the summer in 2022 for Joe Kent when he was still running his primary.
All right, Phantom Raider for 5. I live in California, but I'll do my part in ballot harvesting so that we can help every down-ballot candidates win their race. Every vote counts. We need them. Exactly. Even in California, there are down-ballot races where that could decide the House. And you want Trump to have a House majority. Lord Rhino for 5. It's illegal for me to vote in your elections, but every vote counts. Don't sit at home and complain if you're not going to help. Exactly. If you're going to complain and not do anything. Like, seriously. Again, it's one thing if you're criticizing the campaign, but if you're at least...
All right, I got to go. Right, I gotta go in a couple seconds, but I do want to say this is my departing message. Get a fucking message going, guys. Tweet how important it is to actually get involved. I'm sick of people just fucking sitting on their asses talking about we can't do anything. Let it be known you can do something. That is all.
All right, see you, Tyrone.
My final message. Goodbye to the world.
All right, so I'm gonna say, okay, so thank you, Tyrone, for joining the stream. Now it's just me, but yeah, Tyrone's right. Like, if you can't volunteer, which I know some people can't, for whatever reason they can't, they're busy or whatever, even just making content, like I do, like, that helps because you want to push back against their horseshit narratives. That's what I do. My whole job is telling the truth, like what's going on, and I think that's a positive. I think that's very underrated. You notice how the Harris campaign, the Biden campaign, they bought off people like LTE, for example. They bought him off. They basically control, like, that channel, and they could just pump out horse shit about the real data. Well, I'm not paid off by anyone. Neither is Red Eagle, neither is a bunch of other people, but there's not really that many conservative content makers, content creators, especially on YouTube. So, Jared the American for 2. Recently hit 100 subscribers, worked hard for it. W's a chat for Jared the American. Yeah, that's, the first 100 subscribers are definitely the hardest. What I'll say is keep up the work. Keep up the good work. Thanks for the super chat, good sir. Alright, he is literally a White House intern. Exactly! They're trying to control the narrative about the Harris surge, when in reality, not really a surge. Okay, I'm curious. What's the most important issue for voters? Alright. Okay. The number one issue is inflation and cost of living, 31%. The number 2 issue, immigration and border security, 16.5%. Economy and jobs, 16%. So, the top 3 issues, 66% of Americans think it's one of these 3 issues. The 4th most important issue is abortion at 9%. Oh boy. Democrats have a big problem here. That is not good. Holy crap, that is bad. Is there a, if we could look at by vote? No, we can't. Sad. But, okay. So inflation, cost of living is number 1, so that's not good for Harris. Because if Trump is, if the top 3 issues are issues Republicans are winning, this quote-unquote surge Harris has seen, it's not going to last. I really don't think it's going to last that long. Because people are going to start realizing quickly, wait a minute. The country's falling apart, and Harris is complicit in it. Yeah, that 66% are saying it's either the economy, inflation, or border security. Man, whew, that is a disaster. Hold on, I want to see who do they trust more to handle jobs? Trump plus 9. That's about, a bit low. Inflation, cost of living, Trump plus 8. How about immigration? Oh, jeez. Trump plus 15. Let's keep going. I'm curious. Crime and safety, Trump plus 4. That's an easy attack line. National security, Trump plus 6. Labor and unions, I'm guessing Harris only plus 3. Preserving social security, Harris plus 7, yeah. Abortion rights, of course. Threat to democracy. Threats to democracy and corruption, Trump plus 1. Oh, that's why they stopped talking about it. Okay, that makes sense. So, they stopped talking about it not because, you know, oh, we want to talk about Trump being weird. No, because the issue is actually a Trump issue now. Oh, good lord. Russo-Ukrainian war, Trump plus 8. Israeli-Palestinian conflict, Trump plus 9. So, only 2 issues Harris has a lead on, or 3. Labor, Social Security, and abortion rights. Yeah, this is as bad as Biden. This is real bad. Because at least with, you know, because this is what this is telling me is people are trusting Trump on the issues. They like him more. Zachary for 2. Just want to support and thank you for this content. Thank you so much for the super chat. Man, that's crazy. It is crazy that Trump's at what? He's at Trump plus 1, and theoretically the undecided vote. Excuse me, the undecided voters. Excuse me, I got something caught. Yeah. Anyways. It's clear that Trump is trusted on the issues way more than Harris. That's a big problem because when people are going to start focus more on the election, you know, like actual policies, they're going to realize quickly, oh, wait a minute. Harris is just as bad, if not worse than Biden. I don't know if I'm starting to wonder. I don't know. What does chat think? What do you guys think? All Republicans should just get up and go vote for Trump. I agree. Is it state by state? I don't think so. Seems like Harris has soft support. It is. All this is a bunch of Democrats. A bunch of partisan Democrats that they got so tired of Biden. They thought, oh God, this guy's completely out of it. And they've realized, oh, we got someone with a pulse. We're going to win. But even that's Trump plus 1, and when you dig at the numbers even further, like the economy, Trump is just absolutely killing Harris. We'll put generic ballot. It's tied. Okay. So Trump is outrunning Republicans by a point. Not a surprise. Let's see here. I like this point, but I still want RFK to drop out and endorse Trump as a big finger to the DNC. I agree. He should drop out. People say look at Trump's favorability. Okay, Trump favorability. Hold on, is that a typo? Chat, am I reading this right? Trump excuse me, is above 50% on favorability. He has a positive favorability of like 3 or 4 points. Is that a typo? Chad, am I seeing things? His favorability is positive with young voters. Hold on. Let's look at by age detail. Yeah, Trump has a favorable rating with Zoomers, younger ones. Huh? Holy shit! Am I reading this right? Am I reading something? Am I misreading this? No, you're not. That's favorable. Yeah, holy crap. Yeah, Harris is a big problem. Well, let's look at Biden's or Harris' favorability. Harris, where are you at? Ugh. Wait, Trump has better numbers than Harris. And this should be her best period. Like, she should be at, she should be up by like 10 points or whatever. The fact is, Trump is more popular than Harris is. Oh, that is not good for Harris. That is a disaster. Because theoretically, that means when we actually get to the campaign, come like late August, and the honeymoon period ends, people are going to realize quickly that they don't like Harris. They think she's incompetent, all that. That's what this poll is indicating. That her support is a bunch of crap. And she might be at... She might have a worse numbers than Trump does. By like 10 points. Okay, there's also approval. How, are they doing retro... Yeah, approval. Biden approval. 40% approve. Harris approval. Yeah, you see this here. This screams to me that this is just a... This is response bias. You have 46% of Americans approving of Harris. Horseshit. That is complete bullshit. No one likes her. Especially on approval. Her approval a month ago was like 20%. But now, magically her numbers have gone up by 20 points. This screams to me a response bias and a recency bias. And a dead cat bounce. It got so bad for Democrats that everyone's like, thank God they got rid of Joe for Harris. I'm curious by party. Yep, that explains it. Yeah, look at this. The only group that even remotely likes her are Democrats. Independents hate her guts. I'm curious about Trump's approval. Yeah, Trump is doing way better with independents. Look at this. He's at 43% of independent voters. Harris is at, what is that? 39%. Yeah, all this is artificial crap being pushed by the Democrat Party. That's what it says right here. What poll is this? This is a Rich Bears poll from People's Pundit. Or it's People's Pundit, so. Hey, Rap. Trump can attack her two ways on crime, either of her being way too harsh with weed charges as California Attorney General, or her being utterly woke on crime as VP. I would ignore the weed stuff. I think it's a waste of time. I really think it's a stupid attack, anyways. All she's done is stop the bleeding with Democrats. Yeah, and they're so enthusiastic that they're clearly causing a big oversample of support. That's what's happening. Because you cannot tell me with a straight face. Actually, that's Harris. Hold on. Yeah, look at this. Harris's favorability is getting carried by Democrats. If it wasn't for that, her numbers would be like at 10% or whatever. Trump needs to tie Kamala to Biden. I agree with that. How cringe of a debate would it be if they bring up the age difference of Trump and he quotes a Reagan line of youth and experience, a line that Reagan dropped on Mondale? I think he should. Like, she has no actual experience. She has never won an election outside of California. Trump needs to focus on Kamala covering of Dementia Joe and the coup, as well as the border czar and being a California socialist. Yeah. There's so much to attack Harris for. And the more I look at this, the more I realize that this is gonna get bad for Democrats. Give it a month. I was saying 2 to 3 weeks. I'm gonna say, give it September. That's when I think things are gonna get bad for Democrats, because these numbers are just, when you actually look into the internals of these polls, you're realizing that her support, it is just, it's basically all Democrats. I'm curious, do we have an ideology somewhere? I'm not seeing... Yeah, here it is. Ideology. Exactly. Moderates barely like her, and they're a Democrat group. I mean, people make it sound like that... excuse me. People don't understand that the moderate voter in America, quote-unquote moderate, they're just Democrats. And they barely like her. Barely! That's all that's happening. She is getting a huge bump in support from Democrats, and that's about it. I'm like, what about Biden favorability? Yeah, look at this. Strong or very favorable, 46% for Biden with liberals. With Harris, 58%. It is clear there's an enthusiasm surge that I don't think's going to last. I don't think it's going to last at all. And when people start realizing what Harris stands for, it's not going to get pretty for them. It's going to get bad. It's not going to be not going to be an easy race for them. And I think some Democrats realize that. But Jack Wilder for 2. Do you think there's a possibility of 2022 in this year? I mean, not really, because a midterm is not a presidential year. And even then, if it's somehow 2022 in like a polling miss, people are going to realize that would mean Trump's winning the popular vote by a couple points. So if he wins it by 2, there's no way he loses at that point. It's been 11 days since Harris has been the Democrat nominee, and she still hasn't had a single policy position listed on her official campaign website. Yeah, and I think David Giglio, a good guy, he brought up a good point. I actually want to bring this up. I want to bring up his tweet, because this is a really good point. Let me find it. Staffer. Yeah, I can't find it, but hold on, where is it? Yeah, there's actually a good thing. I cannot find the tweet, sadly. Sad, can't find it. But yeah, so David was making a point that you notice how all of her policy positions that she's announced, all of them were because of anonymous staffers saying it to the media. It wasn't Kamala Harris directly going to the press and saying, this is what I support. Notice that? You notice how all of her positions right now, it's from anonymous staffers going to Politico and saying, Kamala Harris supports fracking. Which in reality she doesn't. She has a history of being very anti-fracking. But either way, the fact that Harris, she has not released an official position just yet, that is very sketchy. We are in August, and you're telling me you don't have a single policy position on your website. Seriously, what is she running on? Policy-wise, has she announced a single policy, like any piece of agenda at all? Anything? She's anti-gun too. Yeah, she's anti-gun, she's anti-free speech, all of that. Well, let me find it. Let's see here. Fracking is the #1 thing in Pennsylvania. Yeah, that's why Trump's hammering it. But yeah, I want to see if I can find her website, Harris. Because I just want to see if she actually has anything. Oh my gosh. It's literally nothing. This is her website? Hold on. Just Orange Man bad. Yeah, so I found her website. Is this it? Is this the entire website? Anti-Constitution, that's true. What? This is it? That's the entire website. There's nothing about policy, nothing about anything. Just, as vice president, she's been a trusted partner to President Biden. Bruh. God, this is just awful. How can you have nothing? There's literally nothing here about policy. I mean, look at this. This is just crazy. Wow, what a great website. This is bad. Get it out of here. What a pile of crap. The debate will be interesting when Trump is the only one staying on policy while she is just, Trump is weird. Yeah. Trump should talk about policy. I agree with that. Talk about nothing but policy for the entire debate. Yeah, so I'm looking at a website. There's nothing. There's no policy section. There's nothing but take action. That ain't a website. That is a web page. That's what it is. It's a web page. Spikes for 2. Bloomberg, Harris plus 11 in Michigan. That's not going to happen. That poll got debunked so many times. I was the one that actually called them out. I was the first one to say something. That it was fake. Or Barris was technically. Then I was the first one to look at the internals. And realize it was full of crap. Early 2000 MySpace vibes. Real. But seriously though, is there anything she's talking about? Like, I'm being dead serious. I have not seen her talk about anything other than Trump is weird or something Vance. Can someone from Ohio explain to me what the attachment is to Sherrod Brown? Because he's a fake, blue-collar Democrat. Populist Index. What is this? Never heard of this. Don't know what that means. Alright. What is Harris running on? Hopes and dreams? She's not even running on anything. All she's talking about is Orange Man bad. That's it. That's literally the only thing that they're talking about. Orange Man bad and Vance is weird. She's flip-flopping constantly for once in almost every position she's had previously. Yeah. She has flip-flopped on every single policy position she has taken. Every single piece of legislation she supports, she now opposes. Or vice versa. Remember, she said on national TV on CNN, I'm going to ban fracking. Now, an anonymous staffer went to CNN and said, Kamala Harris supports fracking. Well, which one is it? Were you lying 4 years ago? Or are you lying now? I agree, the Trump campaign, they've got to hammer her on that stuff. And they already are. And that's what I think the whole, Kamala Harris flip-flops on a race is all about. I think they're attacking her for that because they want to expose her for being a fraud. If she can't even decide if she's, biracial, if she's African American, how can she decide what her positions are? How? That's why I think the attack line, at the end of the day, it's not going to change anything, but I think it's a good starting point. I don't think it should be the entire thing, but like Rich Barris brought up, let me pull up the tweet. That's the value in this attack. She gets it. And yeah, this tweet, he responded to this lady. She'll say anything that's politically profitable to win. Flip-flopping her own race leads to flip-flopping on fracking, flip-flopping on expanded Supreme Court, flip-flop on single-payer healthcare. And that's why this is big. If she can't even decide what her race is, how the hell can you trust her to figure out what she stands for on fracking, on the economy, on amnesty? How can you support her? How can you trust her? That's why I think this is going to work. If they play this right, which I think they can, this could go perfectly. Because you're talking about something that is so simple that you can't even figure out. You had the media cover for you for years. Alright, so see North Carolina for 5. I believe that interview yesterday helped Trump with blackmails, in my opinion. Definitely didn't hurt him. Also, don't be afraid to speak truth, everyone. Yeah, I don't know. Some people are saying it helped them. I don't know. I think it's a nothing burger. Nothing changes. Flip-flopping Kamala. Yeah. Stick with line Kamala. Yeah, I think it's crazy. Kamala's good. Line Kamala. Cackling Kamala. There's a lot of good ones. But Harris equals Kerry / Romney. Yeah. Excuse me. The symbiotes could invade tomorrow and start taking over people, and Harris would give them full amnesty. Yeah. Well, she flip-flops on everything, so you don't even know. What about the Ellen Lickman on the 13 Keys? He got exposed badly. Even a bunch of Democrats think he's full of shit. Like, they think Harris is gonna win, but they're like, oh, dude, you're full of shit. You're completely full of it. She might win, but it's not because of what you're saying. Have you noticed they haven't interviewed her once since she started running? They are hiding her like crazy. That's what I noticed. And I brought this up yesterday. I'm being dead serious when I say this. Has she taken a single question from anyone since she became the presumptive nominee? Does anyone know? Has there been a single person in the media that asked her a question? Not indirectly through a staffer. Directly to Kamala Harris. Has she said a single word? Anything like that? I don't think so. I don't think she said anything outside of her 20-minute scripted rallies that no one cares about. We haven't seen her outside of those 20-minute rallies. She has not given a single interview or taken a single question. Yeah, not a single question. And you know the weirdest thing I find about Harris's rallies? The last 20 minutes. I'm not even kidding. The people that performed at the rally before Harris, they performed much longer than Harris spoke. Like, seriously? You can speak for 20 minutes? And that's it? Trump's out here speaking for 2 to 3 hours, but you could speak for 20 minutes? I feel like they are making Kamala take a crash course in likability for the DNC speech in order to make her seem more human. They might. They might. Rap, should we be worried or is not in my question? Is my question. With Biden, I was not worried at all, but with Harris, I'm afraid. You know, there might be some, might be some questions here and there, but I think Harris is still a weak candidate. I just don't think Harris is a good candidate one bit. I think she's a crash and burn. All it takes is one bad interview that's not scripted for her to completely collapse. Because at some point, the media's got to report on something. They can, but at some point, they got to say something. Like, someone with an ounce of respect has to say, yeah, Kamala Harris hasn't taken a damn question. What's going on here? Hey, Rap, what's the future of Western Wisconsin? Like the Driftless area? I think it's trending Republican. I think so, at least. I want the debate so bad. Yeah, here's my opinion. I think Trump should schedule 4 debates against Harris. 1 before the convention, 1 right after, 1 in September, 1 in October. If she's the nominee, accept all 4 of them right now. If you're so confident, go ahead. Let's debate right now. I think the Trump campaign should do that. Say, we want a debate before the convention, after the convention, once more in September, once more in October. So we can really see what Harris stands for. Hey, Rap, Kamala rallies. Last 20 minutes, 95% white crowd, old people. Yeah. Even in Georgia, yeah, it was way more diverse than in Milwaukee, which is expected, but you could still tell that there was a lot of old-ass white people there. Sorry, but true. Sorry, but true. The fact that even the polls being this close shows you the serious decay of the country. Yeah, if this was 10 years ago, Harris would get crushed. She would lose by like 20. They're going to push how Trump is the old guy now. Yeah. Suddenly, the age is a big deal. Trump talks in circles, Harris gets on a zinger, and it plays for months. What are you talking about? I've seen the media talk about a rally for 5 seconds, and that's it. They barely talk about her rallies. What chances the delegates vote their conscience? It would be hysterical, but it won't happen. Real American, 4 debates plus VP debates is good and with clear topics, specifically foreign policy, but Trump needs to put his foot down, no adversarial anchors, debates with an audience like 2016. Yeah. I think there should be 4 debates. 1 on immigration, 1 on the economy slash inflation, 1 on foreign policy, and 1 more on what's 1 more subject? Like a main, like I think each debate should have a main topic. Foreign policy, immigration, economy. What, like other issues like abortion maybe or something? As if they weren't deriding Biden a few weeks ago, like his age wasn't a problem. Yeah, they were saying Biden's mentally fit. He's 100% fine. He could run for another 4 years. Turns out that was bullshit. Future of America, like vision for the country. Or maybe crime. Something like that. Rap, what if the Hamas protesters storm the convention? I think it's going to happen. Crime. Social issues. I guess social policy, yeah. Social policy and, like, energy. No, I think energy would be, like, foreign policy. Because of, like, yeah, energy independence. Yeah, I think Trump campaign should do that. 4 issues, or 4 campaigns, or 4 debates, I should say, each focused on 1 main issue. I think that's what they should do. Why the hell doesn't Trump have Kellyanne Conway run her campaign again? Well, apparently she's gone off the rails. So. Rap, if you want to laugh, go look at the betting odds. Yeah, I know the betting odds are just crazy. Ignore them. The betting odds can be really wonky. Didn't BLM say they want an open convention at the DNC? Yes. They want chaos. Ban the cynics for 2. What are your thoughts on the Middle East right now? Okay. I'm not a expert on the Middle East. I'm not saying I know everything, but we are dangerously close to a complete regional war breaking out. Yeah, not good. Predict they're full of cope and resist libs, yeah. Abortion would be great because Trump would say, Kamala, do you or do you not support abortion in the 7th or 9th month? And it would force her to show she's a radical. Yeah. Either she says she's not, and we could prove she's supporting it, or she proves to every American that she supports abortion up to birth. Rab, I'm seeing so many progressives say that they won't vote for Kamala if it's Shapiro as the VP. Yeah, I think picking Shapiro as a VP would be hilarious, but it's not going to happen. Even Obama told Harris, allegedly, warned Harris's campaign, do not pick Shapiro for that exact reason. It sucks, but the Democrat Party's full of anti-Semites. What do you expect? They don't like Jewish people. That's the modern-day Democrat Party. They don't like Jewish people. It's sad but true. Uncontroversial hot take. Give the Middle East back to the Christians. I agree. Trump should campaign solely in Pennsylvania and Georgia and he wins. Yeah, but you want to have other avenues, just in case. Scott Presser thinks it's Shapiro. It could be. Bears poll said that only 30% of voters know she's the border czar. Said it's a major vulnerability. Yeah. That's a big issue for Democrats. The Trump campaign has to hammer her on that she was the border czar. She controlled the border. I think it'll be Walz. I don't think so. I think this is hype from people that don't want Shapiro. Georgia and Pennsylvania wins it for Trump, but he has other pathways. Yeah, you want every pathway possible. You don't want to rely on just one pathway and you barely win. Please pick Buttigieg. Oh, gosh. Buttigieg. Hector for 5. Realistically speaking, what moderators and networks or internet channels would be the ideal for each debate? Try to be fair for both Republicans and Democrats. Well, my opinion has always been Trump gets to pick one moderator, Harris gets to pick one. Each one gets a selection. And if RFK makes a debate, he gets one, but he's not going to. So Trump gets one, Harris gets one. And I really believe it should be on the major networks and on Twitter. That's my take. It should be on like Fox News, then CNN, then, or ABC or whatever, and then like Twitter. I think that's what it should be. Trump picks one moderator. Trump picks one moderator. Harris picks the other. And you go on Twitter, so tens of millions of people can watch. I think that's a smart move. I think that's the way to do it. Michael for 5, been watching since 2020, keep up the great work. If Trump is winning the most important issues, why is he only up by only one? Because it's response bias. That's what's happening. The fact is, Harris is receiving a big response bias. That's all that's happening. There isn't a 15-point surge for Harris in reality. It's like a 2-point switch or swing. That's it. It needs to be Fox for the second debate. Maybe. Trump picks Hannity and Kamala picks Maddow in fist fights. Yeah, that would be hilarious, but I think that's how it should be. Trump picks one person, Harris picks the other. Only way it can be fair. So Alex Jones and Joy Reid? Yes. Oh, God. Can you imagine Alex Jones versus Joy Reid? That would be hilarious. American Nerd for 5. If Harris goes for a wild card picks like, say, Buttigieg, or someone like even more crazy and awful like Stacey Abrams, then Trump might get 1988 numbers. Wouldn't go that far, but Trump should pick Tucker Carlson for all 4 debates. Yeah, he should. Pick Tucker. Pick Tucker. Even Jesse Waters. Alex Jones for press secretary. I want to see that. Like, the thing where Alex Jones is, can you imagine him giving a press conference? He would be there for like 5 hours each day. He would just be there for 5 hours. I think Trump should pick him. Screw the media. Let them deal with Alex Jones for 5 hours a day. Good luck. Good luck. Jesse Waters would be a fine moderator. Yeah, he would. Trump is starting to lose. Oh, John Willard is back, everyone. John Willard. Yeah, how'd it go for Biden? How did supporting Biden go? Not good. Alex Jones moderator for second debate. Yeah. That's what it should be. You need someone like Alex Jones or Tucker Carlson to just absolutely destroy the debate. I agree. Will you share the Tennessee primaries tonight? No. There's nothing going on tonight. No major primaries. I love watching Alex Jones. Yeah, I do too. I don't agree with everything Jones says, but he's just entertaining. And a lot of stuff he says, it comes out 5 years later. Oh, wait, he was 100% right. John Willard is now a meme again. Yep. John Willard comeback before GTA 6. Yep. This is a fake John Willard account. His real account's green. Maybe. Rap. Trump needs to stop saying COVID came in and now one... What? And no one knew what was happening. We handled it well. He should be saying the left to crash the economy with their lockdowns. I just don't think COVID's an issue. I really don't think it is. Trump would probably pick either Brett Baier, Martha McMullen, or Sean Hannity. Yeah, I agree. Alex Jones says funny stuff. He does. Why all the dooming titles? I literally said Trump's the favorite. I'm just saying that this idea that the Trump campaign's been 100% perfect, it's not true. But at the same time, this idea that Trump's campaign's been a disaster is not true either. Like, for example, his ads on immigration are perfect. But I still think there's some stuff here and there the campaign can do better on. Like, for example, using Twitter. Trump should go back on Twitter right now. Screw Truth Social, it's a failure. Whatever. Post on Twitter. Just shit post like Trump usually does. That's all you gotta do. Every single Harris tweet, just post a meme. That's all you gotta do. COVID is 4 years old. It's 10 years. It's 10 years in politics. It's like 30 years in politics. Alex Jones puts things to where it's funny enough to meme yet show the severity of the situation. Yeah. That's the thing about Jones. Again, some stuff he's wrong about, but considering some of the stuff he says, he is right more often than not. Remember, he called the Trump assassination like 3 months ago. You know, it's one of those things where Trump, or Alex Jones, he's right. A lot of things. Not everything, again, there's some stuff he's wrong about, but of everyone in the media, I trust him the most. Compared to, like, CNN. At least, you know, he tries to be correct. He's usually correct about a lot of stuff he says. So, I have a theory that Trump returning to Twitter in his campaign card is his Trump card. It might be. Please, I hope he does. Like, he just returns on Twitter out of the blue. Why have the last 3.5 years this dumb BS felt like 20 years? Because it has felt like 30 years. Tulsi Gabbard is right a lot too. Yeah, she is too. She is right. Jones accurately predicted 9/11 2 months before it happened. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, that Trump, or Alex Jones, is someone that tries to be right. He's not always right, but tries to be. Alright, if anyone has more questions, concerns, doors, give him, like, Secretary of Health or whatever. Give him some position that's useful. Or not necessarily useful, just something up RFK's alley. Like, it relates to, the, like, Health and Human Services or something. Here in Canada, under the Liberals, it felt like 50 years. Yeah, well, it's been like 20 years. Or not 20, like 10 years. Hey, Rap, my favorite Alex Jones moments are 1, gay frogs, 2, you fucking fucker, and 3, you're a fake and a fraud. How about you, Rap? Yep, that's about it. FDA, yeah, FDA's up there. But yeah, Alex Jones, I would say my favorite moments were on Joe Rogan's podcast. That was just pure comedy gold. Pure gold. It was perfect. Give RFK control of the FDA. Yeah, that's about right. Let's just say, here you go. You're in control for 4 years. Go ahead. If you drop out, you get it. Alright, anyways, folks, I think I'm going to end the stream here. If you guys did enjoy this stream, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Again, this is not a doing title. I just want to talk about, you know, the Trump campaign. Yeah. It's not perfect, but I think it's still good. It's good, but it can be better. Every campaign can be better. Alright? But yeah, we'll see you guys in the next stream, video, or wherever you see me in. Godspeed.